Everybody, alarm, alarm, alarm! Quick! Jump in that power armor and fend off the attack! Or run right past the power armor and check what the idiot overseer's been doing. If someone else gets in the power armor, you're losing your job. There are rather a lot of you, I've got to admit.
I can patch you up if you need it. For a small fee, of course.
Fine! Oh god, no, get away from me, Doc. It's sorry. Yes, it's... Okay, never mind. My bad. Good drill, everyone, good drill. Nice response time. Excellent. Well done. You all deserve power armor. It's a shame that you won't actually climb in it. Brilliant. I've brought power armor, and you just know, if for some reason we get attacked, the only people that will jump into it will be something like the chef and the barber. Not the security people. Okay, well... right. You know what? I'm going to put this power armor down at the other end anyway, just for... Or should I put it at the entrance? That's the thing. I don't know where I want this power armor. I don't know where I want or any other power armor. I'm thinking this was a waste of power armor, bringing it here. Yes, I do. We've not actually been attacked since I've been here. I have 268 defense, so many turrets, it's unbelievable, and I just don't think it's ever going to get used. No, I don't. Where could I put power armor? A power armor station here. Probably what I would need to do is move the desk, actually. Maybe move the desk to over here. Just don't bang your head on the wire kind of a thing. And then place the... It was a display, yes. I mean, it's almost certainly not supposed to be one of these display things. I'm guessing this is really just completely the wrong thing. I suppose I could actually, you know what? I could have left that there and... You know, if security, if someone's coming here, and then just have this here, it kind of hides the ugly conduit system thing, doesn't it? Okay, and then let's get rid of the fusion core for now. I know that means that they won't actually jump into it, even if they're down here. But I think what I want to do is check out if there's a way of even getting them to wear it. If not, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably just have some power armor on display here for the lols of it. But anyway, once I've got all the weapons sorted, and we've got weapon racks down here, there'll be weapon racks, there'll be weapons, and there will be power armor for them to totally ignore if we get attacked. What I want to do now, so why am I running this way, is check the entrances. That's where we're heading next. We're going to actually go and have a look at the entrances, not the outside, but the inside, and set them up so that they're like little mini bases. As I mentioned, we're not going to build much outside of here. However, I want to keep control. Okay. I want to keep control of the corridors and caverns around here because they're ours. And we don't want people moving in without our permission. They're welcome to move in as settlers, but I don't want them moving in without our permission. And if we do get attacked, it would be nice to have some advanced warning. Now, what do we have here? We've just got a single room here. Nothing here can be scrapped, but maybe we could use this room. Can I drag this? I really do need to be able to scrap a lot of things in here, because I think this is the first entrance. Yes, indeed. There are two of... Oh, that's the generator. So, what I want is a place where we could post a guard if we wanted, but I'm not going to. I'm going to generally rely on turrets, but I also want some basic amenities for myself, actually. You know, I'm going to be popping through this door occasionally, wanting to drop stuff off and get some rest, perhaps fix things up, and deposit a lot of junk. I'm not having those. Power. Yes, yes, yes. There are things here without power. I'm going to have a fusion generator. Yes, we're going to have 100 power in this area, which is completely unnecessary, and I don't care. What I need to do first of all is figure out where I'm going to place everything. See, down here seems to be a relatively good place to build things like beds, maybe crafting desks, all of the usual things. And then this leads us to here. I'll find the other entrance. For now, I just want to sort this one out. I could just make a very quick and simple base up there, but I don't think so. I think this is where I'm going to have just security. I really can't get rid of any of these bodies, can I? This is Knuckles, Raided. I mean, is can I drag her outside or something? Maybe drag her to... I need a body room, don't I? I need a dead body room to just dump things in. I'm going to start off by seeing whether or not I can build a sort of a floored area down here, partly to get rid of all the dead bodies or junk, but also to be able to snap certain items, certain walls and things to them. And it does look like I can, actually. That is going to be vaguely useful. Won't snap there, will you? No. Okay. And... oh, but you will snap there. That might not be a good idea, though, because I have a feeling we're going to fall downstairs. Yes. Unless I want to close that off. And that is an option, to close that off. This... actually, I could have thrown the body here, couldn't I? I don't think this is an area I actually want to use very much. Apart from the fact that it leads to yet another corridor. I think I'm going to go for fairly simple. So what I really just need are some beds, some defences. I actually think that because there's a load of entrances here, the best place for the beds is still upstairs. I know that's going to be kind of noisy if I have... it won't be that bad, I suppose. Put a quick bed in there. It's probably simpler to do that. It really is. I'll go for something like this. I mean, it has a lot of requirements when you look at it. Expensive requirements at that. But it is infinitely quieter than... well, not infinitely quieter, but a lot quieter than the ones I was using. I mean, that's just, you know... now, unfortunately, the turrets do make a lot of noise, so there's always that. I'm gonna leave that like that. Actually, you know what? That wasn't too bad anyway, was it? So we're going to have an entrance here. Again, let's have some lights, just intimidatingly shining. Okay. Right, let's put some conduits up as well and see how that's going to look. Can I take that down? No, I've got very limited control over this area, which I suppose is reasonable. What I don't have is the option to wire anything up here because it's clipping. Maybe if I place it there, was it on some junk? No, I don't actually think so. No. So to have something this big, I'm going to have it either... Oh, I'm going to have it downstairs, aren't I? And then run wires all the way up, which is less than perfect. However, fair enough. I could put this down here. That would actually almost make a perfect place for it, wouldn't it? Like a little power room. Let's put it there for now and see what floors I can make in here. No, that would actually be worse. Okay. Right. So, that doesn't look very secure, does it? It would seem that this is going to be my generator room. As soon as I can... just put it down so I can look around. I think something along the lines of that. That is now my generator room. That'll work. And that's where I threw the body, as you can see. Right. So I've got to wire up from here. I've got to straighten that up, because otherwise it'll drive myself and others completely bonkers. I do need to wire that up. I also do want at least one turret on each entrance, because people could get in here and cause mischief. I'm thinking shotgun turret in the corner. And in that corner as well. So 2 turrets to cover the entrances in case we get anyone. Oh, that one's going to be a little hard to get power to. I'll fix that one. I will fix that one. I'm going to put some conduits on the ceiling and start running wires. Right, so I've now got that wired up to a conduit here. Should I keep that door? Possibly. Now, do I want to try and run piping all the way? I'm suspecting that's not really the greatest idea, and I don't really need to do it because I'm able to get to these wires pretty damned easily. However, might be kind of cool if I get them a fair amount of the way. Actually, you know what would be cool if I could actually get it to just come straight through the top there. Like that. That would actually be... But it's not going to do that because it's going through the ceiling, probably. Yeah, it's... that is a shame, isn't it? Would have been nice to have the wire come up there. I've tried to actually just turn it by, you know, fitting one in there, something like that, but it just does not seem to want to know. I suppose I could just wire it up at this point. It kind of looks like that's going to be the sensible way to do this. Just let's have a think. Can I just go for a single like that and then wire up through the gap somewhere? I actually might be able... Oh, probably best off doing it this side so we don't kill ourselves. It might need to be more... Okay, well, we might get away with something like that. Let's just try it. It was close, wasn't it? It was just... Yeah, just a little too high. Okay, maybe a little too low now. I just think that it's probably not interested. I hate the way it flickers white. It's like it's tempting me. Oh, you know what? The easiest thing to do. Easiest thing to do is connect it down here and then run upstairs and run around with it. Yes, indeed. Do like this, you see. And then we might be able to find a spot where it's actually green. I'm not expecting I will, but no. Okay. The other option, maybe I can get a... No, I can't. You know what? Just wire the damned thing around the corner like a normal human being. Oh my god. We need... Oh, maybe I can actually get it through the stairs now, because that's got a different angle, isn't it? If I do... Oh, that's not right. If I do it like that... Because that's... Oh, and I see that's just being awkward now. That, I think, is being really awkward. Fine. See if I care. And we have power. Okay. It's still pretty noisy because of the turrets, mostly. The turrets are actually... I'm wondering if I could place the turrets a little more, like... out here instead. I just want them to defend the generator room. That's kind of what we're looking for. It's just this area does have a number of ways in. I'm probably not going to secure it that much because realistically that way's towards the vault and that should be pretty damn secure. I do want to add some small stairs there. That is not that I can't jump, I'm just way too lazy to. Okay, you don't want to put stairs there, really? You want to put stairs there, but not that. Why? Why wouldn't you put stairs there? Weird. Really, really weird. Okay, so power generator, 2 turrets downstairs. We want at least, I'd say 2 turrets upstairs as well. What do you think? I would actually say another light. I'm liking these lights, although that's not actually facing the door, is it? Wrong. I want it facing the door. We're going for the whole blind the hell out of people kind of thing. Do I want it there? If I have this one here, I sort of feel like I need another one. I may have actually... I sort of semi-remember actually messing around with that idea. Something like this. They can actually interlock. They look like they're supposed to. Okay, there you go. So something like that. That way you have to come through there. And I want another light. Yes, I do. Voila. Okay, level up again. Thank you very much. I've gained quite a few levels here, which is, you know, to be expected, I guess, but it still feels a little strange, all things considered. I will definitely be having some turrets on the other side of the barrier, though, because they won't reach otherwise. Can I get it a little closer so the light gets a bit more intense and less on the barrier? Same there, although I think that's pretty much as... There you go. Right, and on this side we place the turrets. Again, shotgun and heavy laser, I'm thinking. Then you got your energy, you got your shotgun. We don't need any... Okay, that's a little annoying, but fair enough. So this entrance is now reasonably secure. You know what's weird, though? I feel leaving workbenches and the like here is just asking to be robbed. Even with these defenses. But the entire point of building this area is so that I can come through that door and just do some basic stuff. I just don't want to build beds here. This is the generator room. I think I'll stick with my original plan. I will have some crafting tables here, we're going to have an armor workbench. We're going to have a chemistry station, probably a good idea. And let's just check the armor bench is not awfully placed. So, chemistry station. That doesn't look like it wants to be there, does it? In the corner, like so. And a weapons workbench. Actually, let's put the weapons workbench there, because I actually want the power armor there. So I've got a power armor station to fix that up. And probably a stove, you know. Might need to do a tiny bit of cooking, right? There's always a chance to do a little bit of cooking. I'm thinking a little bit of a table might be nice over here. It doesn't have to be... That's a bed. It doesn't have to be the most comfortable place ever, but it might be nice if there are a few basic niceties so that me and Deacon or whoever's with me can just sit and have a bit of some lunch. Let's put it under the light. Possibly even have a sofa. Could put a TV in here, couldn't we? Put a TV. Yeah, maybe this is not going to be something I necessarily need, but you know. Okay, let's make a dining table for 4. Never know, we might have guests, friendly ones. Does happen every now and again. Did I forget anything bench-wise? I don't think I did. This is... Well, I could make some amenities out there, but I don't think I will. I'm going to place some small beds here. Let's have... Oh, God. 2 beds for me and 1 other. Here's the thing. We might have a security guard out here. We may have a security guard that comes and stays here under certain circumstances. Maybe we'll have a double detail, so they'll want a little bit of sleep time. I'm even going to put a couple of foot lockers just so that they've got somewhere to store stuff if they need. Are you not going to let me do that then? Why are you not going to let me put... What the hell? You're supposed to be able to fit at the end of the bed here. It's got to be there, is it? It's got to be right there. Okay, that'll do, that'll do. And you also, so we've got 2 beds. It's not exactly the most comfortable, not exactly the Ritz, that is for sure. I'm wondering whether we need a toilet as well. I'm sure they can find some place in the cave, but you know, nice little area. That could be what the downstairs area is for. No. Tell you what, they can figure something out upstairs. Downstairs in the caves. Unless I decided to use that as the toilet. That does look like the most obvious place for a toilet, right? And then they can actually have the beds outside. Hello. No. It's quieter down here. And not there. I almost feel like what we should do is have the beds here in the stairway. It's by far the quietest place. But that just sounds daft. I know people of the wasteland should be used to sleeping with noises going on, and I'm sure they are. And it's just a quick temporary stop, isn't it? It's a place to just take shelter very, very briefly. And that has been done. Maybe a sink, though. Maybe a sink would be a good idea. Some basic plumbing, although this doesn't look like the sort of place that would actually have a sink. No, I think what we'll do is we'll make it look real. You can sleep, but if you need to do the ablutions, you've got to go back downstairs, find a corner somewhere. You're going to have to bring water with you. But mostly, this is not for guard duty. Mostly, this is for me. If we did have guard duty, do you think it might be a nice idea to have a guard desk? Might be, but doesn't really strike me as the sort of place that needs a desk. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm hungry and thirsty. Could sit down at my little dinner table, or even cook some food. However, I think that's the basics. Let's get to the other one. Let's get to the very last thing on my to-do list and sort that one out. Now, I'm fairly sure there's another way here. Yeah, round there. Well, we'll check that on the way back. I think this is probably going to be where we set up the base. Because, yeah, there's the exit right there. I'm thinking that this could be used for the generator room, but honestly, I'm preferring the idea of having this as the kill zone. Where would be the rest and recuperation zone? Probably over here, actually. Now that I think about it, we have a kill zone over there, workshop, and then we can have some beds and the like right here. Let's see what floor we can put down here and see if we can smooth this area off a little and make something reasonably comfortable with it. Okay, fairly large area there. This just leads back into the vault. Pretty sure it does. There, right. I can probably ignore that. I've got a fairly large area to place beds and stuff, and we've got a pretty good defensive area. What I think I will do is put a small enclosure around the generator so as to mute the noise a little. We're going to have a sort of a little building here. I don't. Can I get those snapping? No, I can't. All right. You know what? Really, what I'm looking for is something to protect the generator from random shots, random fire. So it doesn't even need to be a building with a roof. It just needs to be a building that protects the generator a teensy weensy bit. I will do something like. That, and then place a door on that end. Probably after I've done a wall. Yet another fusion generator. Oh my god, how much power does this place need? But I don't like the idea of fossil fuel generators in these enclosed spaces. They seem a little, you know, like the wrong choice. Now, again, no ceiling, so it's not really protected, although I can actually put a ceiling on the first bit. If I have this here. I sort of feel like this needs to be a little... I can actually put a ceiling on the first bit, but it's not really necessary, is it? Let me see how it looks. Just something like that. Oh, no, I can't because of the way I built it. I've built it in an odd configuration, you see. I've built it in an odd configuration. In fact, yeah, that's kind of... What I want to do is build it with its entirety on the... I don't want any of it hanging over the edge, you see. It's so... Right, basically, though, it's not getting a ceiling. I will do a small piece of wall like this. And to make it look neat, I'm actually going to do like this. I know, that is an insane amount of work just to get your fusion generator protected from random things. I know technically the grill makes it a little... Oh, alright then. No, fair enough. I can hear you going, oh, they could shoot it. They could shoot it from the doorway. They could shoot it from the doorway. Now they can't shoot it from the doorway. Right. Yeah, you can see it through there. Now they can't shoot it from the doorway. It's completely and utterly safe. And we can have our little kill zone here. I'm dreading to imagine what the comments are. I'm really convinced by now there should be stunned silence when I say things like this. When I'm sorting out defense posts here, it kind of feels like at this point you just have to have either stopped watching completely or given up. You've just said to yourself, I'm just going with the flow now. I'm just going with it. I'm not even going to think about it anymore. I just can't handle it anymore. That's what I'm thinking. I'm a terrible person. Right, let's get this place wired up and get some basic amenities going so that we can call it a day. Oh dear. Okay, that's fair enough. You've got 2 turrets, 2 lights, and I'm probably going to put some battlements as well. No, what do we call them? Defense posts. Guard posts. That's the words I was looking for. We want a couple of guard posts so that people can actually fire from here if the need arises. Probably these do not want to be straight though, because you want one there, and it kind of offends me that they're not straight. It's just, I don't know why it bothers me. I feel like it should be vaguely orderly, uniform. There you go. I know, I totally get it, really do. I almost feel like I should have another one at this point though, just to guard there. Right, so let's actually see how that looks. If I did move that to there and then put another guard post, just do. It would be okay, wouldn't it? Yeah, you've got a lot of cover, 3 guard posts. Here's the thing, if you're going to assign a guard down here, you'll want 3 posts anyway, so that you get more defense from it. Okay, so we've now got... I sort of almost feel like, you know, I've made walls thus far. I could almost just, you know, at this point, say, what the hell, and I don't suppose. Oh, you will. And have this even more defense. That is actually not bad, is it? That's pretty intimidating when you first come through. I mean, there's some open windows, so there's quite a lot of. Can I actually? Oh my god, I can actually. Awesome, I can block this off. Probably not that. That's probably going to be too much, isn't it? Yeah. maybe there. Yeah, there, but not there. And that's because of the girder, almost certainly, isn't it? It's because of something. So the question is, if you're going to have that... Yeah, and it won't fit there either. It will, however, work there. Not unless I can get the floor to extend as well. If I can get the floor to extend... Oh, I can. Alright, come on. I saw you. Pop into place! Oh, what, really? Okay, so we've got the defense area there. We're going to have some workbenches and the like over here, or maybe outside in this area. And I've made a tiny little hut kind of thing for sleeping. Yes, indeed. It's not going to be the coziest place ever. I am, however, going to put some lights up in here, I think. Even if it's just pretty basic ones. Just something like... Let's put it outside. Now, we do need power, which means I need to run the power from there into here. I can do that. No problem. Give them a radio, so they've got a couple of beds, a table, and something to listen to while on guard duty, or indeed if it's us, you know, we got something to listen to. That's not too bad, is it? You know, it's not comfortable. Probably would want a door. You want a door, don't you? Yes, you do. Of course you do. And let's just have a nice red. It looks like it should have a service door to me. Something kind of like that. Yeah. So, there you go. I'm wondering whether the windows are too much. I mean, you just don't need windows. It's not there to provide warmth or shelter. It's more there to provide a feeling. There's something, you know, there's something very human about that, but when you go to sleep, having a little space to sleep in, you see, it defines it. It says, this is where we shall do sleeping. Right. However, we also need a place that says, this is where we shall do cooking. We need one that will do, this is where we will repair power armor when we've had a hard trip outside. Probably could do that in here, couldn't I? I mean, I need a good spot for it. Give me a good spot for it. Actually, that's probably not too bad a spot. Power armor there. We want weapons workbench. I will place that. I mean, they don't actually have to be against the wall, but I always like things against the wall. That's probably kind of crazy, but no crazier than anything else I've been doing. Why won't it? Fine. Really? Nothing wants to get placed. Oh, I've got it. That's why I've got it the wrong way around. I had the front facing the back. Armor and chemistry as well would be nice. We'll put chemistry. No, we won't. We'll put chemistry there. Wait, is that facing the wrong way? I've never quite understood which is the front and back on these things, but that seems to be the right. I think that's the way because you can get it closer to the wall. Tubes, right? Okay, and armor. We definitely want an armor workbench as well. Let's just place that right there. So, armor, weapons, chemistry, power armor, cooking, lots of defenses. I mean, kind of an awful lot of defenses. Enough power to power most settlements twice over, just for this one little area. And of course, a sleeping area. This will make a perfect resting spot when I'm out traveling, or a perfect spot for an advanced guard duty if we ever decide to have one. Not that I think we ever will. I'm going to do a quick check of this passage, just in case I've missed anything, but I don't think I have. I think I've now got both entrances covered, pretty much. Covered and then some. Especially seeing as all that's going to happen if anyone gets past those is they will get to the vault like this, which is pretty damn secure. The only thing is I've got 2 more turrets that I built, the ones that don't need power, and they sort of feel like I want to place them somewhere. But honestly, I don't know where. And whoa. I've never seen it from this side. I've never seen it from this side. Oh, that's... Oh, come on! Oh. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. I give you Vault 88.
Well, you know that I'm around, 'cause I'm a wanderer.